I thought I would share something. I was just doing a retreat on the new moon. So we did last night and this morning on intention setting. And so all of you, or most of you know that have been meditating with me for a while, I always ask this question, what it is that's most important to us. It's the most important question in the world. If we don't know the answer to it, we're not likely to move closer to it. In fact, just the opposite, we're more likely to get distracted by the world, distracted because other people are just pulling us in different directions. And if we're not clear on the direction, then it's just so easy to get lost. And so I ask this question of us almost every meditation. And it's to keep the intention close in your mind. And the second question also about what things you can be doing, and not to worry about if you're not ready to give up something or you're not ready to start doing more of something, but just identifying it. Because we're planting seeds every time we do this. And I think sometimes when we get around intention setting, we get so rigid and grasp at them and, I've got to do this differently. And we try and use willpower, which is a very fleeting, if we just look at it from a biological perspective, the willpower in our prefrontal cortex, it's so fleeting. It's so fragile. It's a terrible way to make change. It'll last until about 6 o'clock, and then you'll be in the kitchen grabbing the donuts or something. By asking this question, by continuously asking the question, by continuously looking at our lives, being honest with ourselves, right? We're not having to tell anyone the answers, but being honest with ourselves about the way that we're spending our time and what things are taking us further away from what we most want and what things are bringing us closer. And with that awareness, you will find just one day you're reaching for your phone and you think, no, I'm not going to reach for my phone. I can feel that little need, that little itch for something outside of me, and it's coming now through wisdom. You're putting it down for the right reasons, not gritting your teeth, not white-knuckling it, like, no, there's something I want that's more important than this. Or if you're getting overwhelmed, you're socializing a little bit too much, there's too much on your plate, and that recognition, like, I'm not feeling good, I feel like I'm moving further away, and I need to slow down a little bit. I need to say no to a few things, because by saying no to these things, I'm saying yes to what it is that's most important. And so by asking this question continuously and not getting attached to the actual actions of it, your actions naturally will start to align with your intention. They will naturally start aligning. And then you're pointed in the right direction. And so it's really important that we understand what our highest intention is. Because sometimes in our intention setting as well, we tend to get the order wrong. So when I ask the question, what is it that's most important? And I'm always pointing you inwards, an internal intention. Peace, connection, love, equanimity, contentment, belonging, like something, an internal. And even when I say love, not like what we would consider romantic love or love dependent upon another person. Love, that universal feeling that we are all connected. All of these things really pointing to the same thing. And yet, of course, all of these words inadequate, but pointers for us. And so I'm always saying, like, that's the most important, but that doesn't mean that we can't have secondary, tertiary, other goals, other intentions that we want to experience in the external world. That's okay, right? But the problem is that we tend to put the external intentions higher than our internal intentions. So we tend to, it might be that you want to write a book, or you want to get healthy, or you want to travel, you want to start a new business, you want to learn a new language, a new sport, a new activity. And there's nothing wrong with any of those things. But if we were to ask you, why do you want to travel, to write a book, to become healthy, why do you want these things? The answer would be because you think it's going to give you some sense of fulfillment, some sense of peace, of contentment, of feeling whole. And of course, none of these things can give you that. They're just fleeting experiences that we have. And if we think, though, that they can bring us peace and contentment and love and a sense of belonging and being wholeness, the problem is that we will get very disappointed. Because when it doesn't deliver, then we just jump right back on the treadmill looking for the next thing. So when we get the order right, when we put peace, contentment, love, equanimity, connection, when we put that as our primary intention, that's our number one intention, and we take care of that first, all of the other intentions then become more by putting them in that order and taking the pressure off of them to deliver something to us, they become the experiences that they are meant to be. If you want to write a book, great, write a book for the experience of writing a book. If you want to travel, fantastic. Travel for the experience of travel, not because you think there's a little you that's going to be found in Thailand that is going to be happier than the you that is here now, that is going to somehow be fulfilled over there. If you want to be healthy, great. Be healthy, make better food choices, work out for the experience of being healthy, because these are all of the external, every